Good morning, grade 6. Welcome to our lesson for this day, which is adding and subtracting mixed numbers. So we are done in the lesson of adding and subtracting fractions. Ngayon ay mixed numbers. So, what is a mixed number? A mixed number, yun yung combination of whole number and a fraction. So, to add mixed numbers, add the fraction parts and the whole number parts separately. Then, put them together. Simplify the sum when you get a higher term or an improper fraction. Kagaya ng pinag-aaralan natin sa pag-add ng fraction. So, kailangan kapag improper fraction siya or mas mataas yung numerator kaysa sa denominator, isimplify natin sila. So, let's have an example. We have 14 and 3 over 5 plus 10 and 1 over 5. So, sinabi kanina, pag-add daw natin yung whole number and fraction separately. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, yung ating mga fractions, like 3 over 5 and 1 over 5, ay pareho ang kanilang denominator. So, they are similar fractions. So, unahin natin yung pag-add ng fraction. So, dito, kapag mag-add tayo ng similar fraction, add nyo muna yung numerator. Yun yung 3 and 1. So, 3 plus 1 will give you 4. Then, copy the common denominator which is 5. That's why yung fraction natin ay 4 over 5. Then, yung whole number naman, 14 plus 10 will give you 24. Kaya ang answer natin ay 24 and 4 over 5. Yan. So, anong ginawa natin? First is to add the fractions. Second one is to add the whole numbers. Next. 31 and 5 over 8 plus 9 and 1 over 8. So, ano yung fraction? 5 over 8 and 1 over 8. So, dito, 5 plus 1 will give you 6. And yung denominator which is 8, kaya 6 over 8. Then, 31 plus 9 will give you 40. Pero, ang 6 and 8, pwede pa siyang i-lowest term. So, di-divide natin sila by 2. Kaya, 6 divided by 2 will give you 3. Then, 8 divided by 2 will give you 4. So, 40 and 3 over 4 yung magiging answer. Ayan. Kapag sinimplify natin siya. Next. To add unlike fractions in mixed numbers or mixed forms, change the fractions to similar fractions by finding their LCD. Then, add the usual way. So, example, 5 and 3/4 plus 8 and 1 over 6. So, first is to find the LCM of 4 and 6. Or, pwede namang direct natin kuhanin yung LCD. So, 4 and 6. Add natin sila by 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So, 4 times 1 will give you 4. 4 times 2 will give you 8. 4 times 3 will give you 12. Then, 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. So, may magkapareho na ba sa kanila? Yes, which is yung 12. That's why 12 ang ating LCD. Yan. So, change to equivalent fractions. Ang 5 and 3 over 4 magiging 5 and 9 over 12. Bakit? Yung 12 na LCD, i-divide natin siya sa denominator ng fraction, which is 4. So, 12 divided by 4 will give you 3. 3 times sa numerator, which is 3. 3 times 3 will give you 9. Next, 12 divided by 6 will give you 2. 2 times 1 will give you 2. Tandaan, kapag denominator, dinidivide. Kapag numerator, tina-times. So, next, meron na tayong equivalent fraction. So, 9 plus 2 is 11. Then, yung denominator, which is 12. Then, yung whole number natin na 5 and 8, add lang natin sila. So, 5 plus 8 will give you 13. Kaya, ang final answer is 13 and 11 over 12. Therefore, to subtract a fraction from a whole number, rename the whole number as a mixed number whose fraction part has the same denominator as the subtrahend. So, dito, paano mag-subtract ng fraction from a whole number. So, kailangan muna daw natin gawin ang whole number ng fraction. So, kagaya nito. So, dito, 7 minus 3, 8. So, ang 3 over 8, ang denominator niya ay 8. So, kung ganon, kailangan ang 7, magkaroon siya ng denominator na 8. Paano yun? Since 7 is a whole number, so mag-minus tayo ng isa, magiging 6. And then, yung ating kailangan na denominator is 8. So, ano ba ang pwedeng i-divide kay 8 para maging equal to 1? So, gayahin lang natin siya. Para 8 divided by 8 is equal to 1. Tama? So, ang 6 niyan, kapag pinag-add mo siya kay 1, mag-equal siya kay 7. Kaya, pwedeng ito ay equivalent sa 7. So, magiging 6 niyan, 8 over 8. Pwede na natin siyang minus kay 3 over 8. So, 6 and 8 over 8 minus 3 over 8. So, yung fraction muna, 8 minus 3 will give you 5. And copy the denominator, which is 8. So, yung pagsamahin lang natin yung whole number and fraction na nagawa natin. The answer will give you 6 and 5 over 8. Ayan, ito na yung final answer. Next, to subtract mixed numbers, subtract the fraction parts and the whole number parts separately. Then put them together. Simplify the difference when you get a higher term or an improper fraction. So, example. We have 25 and 7 over 8 minus 14 and 3 over 8. So, dito, i-minus muna natin yung fraction, then susunod ang whole number. So, dito, ang fraction natin ay 7 and 8, 7 over 8 and 3 over 8. So, minus natin sila. 7 minus 3 will give you 4. Then, yung denominator is 8. So, pwede pa siyang i-lowest term. Di-divide natin sila both side by 4 kasi divisible silang pareho by 4. So, 4 divided by 4 will give you 1 and 8 divided by 4 will give you 2. That's why 7 over 8 minus 3 over 8 is 1/2. So, 1 over 2. Then, yung whole number naman, 25 minus 14 will give you 11. So, put them together, kaya 11 and 1/2. So, first, ang ginawa natin, ayan, subtract the fractions, kaya naging 1/2. Tapos, subtract the whole numbers, kaya naging 11. Then, put them together, kaya naging 11 and 1/2. Next, problem solving. Alex is walking home from school. Her house is 1 and 2 over 5 kilometers away. She has already walked 9 over 10 kilometers. So, how many more kilometers does she need to walk? So, si Alex daw, ang kanilang bahay ay 1 and 2 over 5 kilometers away from school. So, ang nailakad niya pa lang ay 9 over 10. So, ano gagawin natin? I-minus natin yung 9 over 10 dun sa 1 and 2 over 5 para malaman natin kung ilang kilometer pa ang lalakarin ni Alex. So, dito, 1 and 2/5 yung layo, then 9 over 10 pa lang yung nalakad niya. So, i-minus natin sila. That's why 1 and 2/5 minus 9 over 10, ito yun. Next, yung mixed number, kailangan natin siyang gawing improper fraction. Paano gawin yun? So, yung denominator, i-times natin siya sa whole number na 1. Then, i-add natin siya dun sa numerator na 2. So, 5 times 1 will give you 5. 5 plus 2 will give you 7. Kaya 7 ito. Next, copy the denominator, which is 5. Kaya, 7 over 5 minus 9 over 10. So, yung 5 and 10, kuhanin natin yung kanilang LCD. So, 5 and 10. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Then, since ito 10 siya, 10 times 1 is 10. Kaya ang kanilang LCD ay 10. Ngayon, 10 ang kanilang LCD. Divide natin siya sa first denominator ng first fraction. So, 10 divided by 5 will give you 2. 2 times 7 will give you 14. Next, 10 divided by 10 will give you 1. 1 times 9 will give you 9. Then, minus natin sila. 14 minus 9 will give you 5. Copy the denominator, which is 10. Then, pwede natin silang i-simplify. I-simplify, divisible sila by 5. 5 divided by 5 will give you 1. And 10 divided by 5 will give you 2, kaya 1/2. Next, Aiko stayed in the library for 40 and 3/5 minutes before her father picked her up. They drove for 12 and 1/6 minutes before arriving home. How much longer did Aiko stay in the library than driving home? So, i-minus lang natin sila. 40 and 3/5 minus 12 and 1/6. Ayan. So, kagaya ng ginawa natin, kailangan muna nating, kapag mixed number, kailangan muna nating i-minus yung fraction. Ayan, i-minus natin sila separately. So, we have 3/5 and 1/6. So, 3/5 minus 1/6, ang kanilang LCD, since walang number na pwedeng i-divide sa kanilang dalawa, 5 and 6 i-multiply na lang natin sila, kaya naging 30. So, 30 divided by 5 will give you 6. 6 times 3 will give you 18. Next, 30 divided by 6 will give you 5. 5 times 1 will give you 5. So, 18 minus 5 will give you 13. And yung LCD, which is 30, kaya naging 13/30. So, yan. Let's have a quiz time. So, in your book, answer, practice, and keep practicing number 1 to 3. So, page 14 yan. And next, test yourself A, page 15. So, kung hindi nyo pa masyadong naiintindihan yung discussion, pwede nyo panoorin ulit yung video. And kung ready na kayo, so answer the following. Yun lang. Thank you and God bless.